Hi, this is Tamara Monosoff, founder of Mom Invented, and today I'm excited to share the results of the mom market research study that I conducted last spring in partnership with Silver Stork Research. Many of you may remember this because hundreds of you participated in the study, and I want to give this information back to you because if you're interested in selling your products to the mom market, it will help inform you so that you can more strategically design your products to meet the needs and desires of moms today. So if you have a product idea percolating in your mind, or if you are already along the road and in the midst of developing your products, or if you're already selling your products but you're trying to market them more effectively to the mom market, then these results will inform you no matter where you are in the process. So this study is really looking at how moms are shopping today, what their expectations are, how are moms today different than they have ever been historically, and what they're looking for when they're out and about purchasing new items. So before I dive in and give you those amazing results, I want to first give you some big picture statistics. And I know that many of you have heard these statistics, so I'll go over them very quickly, but I do want it to look at them because this is such a powerful market. Then we're going to look at how moms have changed over the past decade, which I find to be fascinating. And then we will talk about the results of this survey and how you can use it to your advantage right now as you're developing and launching your product businesses. So let's take a look at the mom market facts. There are 69 million moms in America, and they control $2.1 trillion in consumer spending. That is phenomenal. And we're going to look at how she's changed and how she's the same over this past decade and who she is today, how she shops, why she shops, and what does she want, which I find to be a very important question. So let's first look at how she's the same. She still puts family first. She has the primary responsibility for the home and for the grocery shopping, for the cooking and cleaning. I know that I can relate to this. I'm sure that many of you can relate to this too. And what's interesting about this is true whether she works outside of the home full-time, she works inside the home as a full-time mom, or she has a home office and is juggling both, which is what I've been doing for the past decade. While I'm in here recording, I've got the laundry going, and I'm sure that many of you understand what I'm talking about. So let's take a look now at how moms have evolved over time. And what's fascinating and it excites me to look at these trends is how moms today are unlike any other moms. And much of this shift can be attributed to generational tendencies. So today's mom is from Generation X and Y, and I know that we often hear this, oh, Generation X and Y, but I just want to take a moment and talk to you about a few of the traits of the Generation X moms as well as the Generation Y, so that we kind of understand the framework for which they are coming from, and because I really think it's helpful and informs us as we are looking at our businesses today and we're reaching these women. Who are these women today? So Generation X these are Americans who were born between 1965 and 1980. This is my group. This is the generation that comes after the baby boomers. It's one of the smallest generations, and it is largely today the moms are in their 30s and their 40s, and they are more educated than in past generations. Over 60% of them attended college. And here are some of their interesting characteristics. They're individualistic. What does that mean? Well, Generation X came in a time where suddenly there are two-income families. The moms were entering the workforce. There's also a rising divorce rate. So you'll often hear about kids in this growing up in this period of time as latchkey kids, where they were home alone and had to learn to be more independent. But what happened as a result is that this is a very independent, resourceful, and self-sufficient group of people. And they are technologically adept. This is when MTV came around, and first time we were introduced to personal computers. So even though technology was just being introduced to Generation Xers, they adapted to this change because they are used to adapting to change, and they're more flexible, and they tolerate alternative lifestyles as well as new information, and they're ambitious and eager to learn new skills. And however, they do want to accomplish things on their own terms. They value work and life balance. So now let's take a look at Generation Y, which comes after Generation X. They're born in the mid-1980s and later. And their common traits that define them are that they're definitely tech savvy. This generation grew up with technology. They weren't just introduced to it. They were practically born with it in their hands, and they rely on it. They are armed with laptops, cell phones, and other gadgets. They're plugged in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this generation prefers to communicate through email and text messaging much more than face-to-face contact. This group is family-centric. They learned from the past generation. They didn't want to have latchkey kids. They wanted to be present for their kids. So they really are paying attention to flexibility. They are moms who want to have flexible schedules so that they can be present for their children and have more of a work-life balance. This Generation Y, interestingly, were nurtured by and pampered by their parents. They didn't want to make the mistakes of the last generation where the parents were out of the house and working. This Generation Y, this group is confident, ambitious, and achievement-oriented. And they love technology and are ready to use it. So how does this translate to our moms today? The combination of Generation X and Y together out purchasing and has now created the most consumer savvy mothers to walk into stores ever. These moms are definitely I can do it myself generation. They're in control, and in order to win her through your products, you must truly understand her. And she's found independence in this new technology. And she's smarter, and she's savvier and more knowledgeable. As we talked about, she is wired, and she takes advantage of technology and this instant information that she can get at her fingertips through her iPhones when she's out shopping. And she's definitely more efficient. She's busy, she sleeps less, and wants more. I don't know if you can relate to this, but the nights seem very short. So I feel like I really understand this, moms today, as I'm sure that you do too. So what's interesting about her shopping trends and how they're changing is that she has very short windows of opportunity to shop because of being so busy. She looks for clues on what has value. She pays attention to in-store signage. She buys with her eyes and is drawn visually to appealing options. Products must sell themselves, so you literally have seconds to grab her with your packaging and your products. She doesn't want to have to figure out what's in the package. She wants it to speak to her. There's a power shift that has happened with this group, this Generation X and Y. And what it is that 88% of moms are responsible for family finances. 60% of the moms are working, and she has her own money to spend. She's no longer attached to classic brands like Campbell's Soup. There isn't that same loyalty. She wants new, fresh, innovative, and stylish products that will save her time. She wants and expects deals, both online and in stores. So Groupon and Living Social, those types of coupon websites are not going away. So, I skipped ahead to the results. So what's the number one room in the house that moms cannot resist purchasing items for? It's the kitchen. So if you are thinking about creating a product, this is number one on mom's list in terms of her inability to resist great new items. How big is a challenge is organization and storage for moms? 58% say that organization is a problem. So if you're thinking about, or if you already have or are developing products to solve organizational problems, moms feel that this is a huge issue in their lives. And so this is a great area to develop products. So what are the 2 rooms in the house that she wants to organize? Can you figure that one out? The kids' bedroom and the kitchen were even, 50-50. So these 2 rooms are the ones that she really wants to organize. In fact, some of our survey results even said that moms often feel a lot of stress or even guilt when their kids' rooms aren't organized. So anything you can do to help in this area will help ease her mind and make her feel better. So if moms had the ear of companies that sell houseware products, what would she tell them? She says, help me multitask, make my life easier, and make it look more like me, which is today moms expect style. So as you're thinking about your products and bringing your products to market, ask yourself these questions. Is this helping her multitask? Is it making her life easier? And does it look like her today? So what 2 rooms in the house does mom want to redecorate? It's the family room and the kitchen. Those are the top 2. And one of the interesting things that we asked moms is if she's shopping more or less. With the shift in the difficult times in the economy, I was really curious about this, if she had cut down on her shopping. And what we learned was that 39% shop less. However, she consolidates her shopping trips. So what this means is that when she does shop, she shops quickly and she buys more at one time. 52% do more comparison shopping, and 69% researched online before buying in store. That is very interesting. And 85% bought something for herself. Now, why does that matter? That is very interesting. It's a very interesting trend, because in the past, historically, moms have put themselves at the very bottom of the list. They will buy everything else for their families except for that they need other than themselves. This is a shift. This is a generational shift. This is something to really take note of. So if you have items that pamper mom, take care of mom, whether it's in the beauty or cosmetics, or if it's spa, anything to do with spa treatments or anything that caters to taking care of her, she is buying in that area. I wanted to know if carts and bags mattered. And 65% said that they buy more when they use a shopping cart. Well, of course, now that makes sense, right? Because it's hard to hold everything in your hands, and as you've got a cart, you're just tossing things in. So if you're thinking about your item, and you might want to be thinking about impulse items, because she is very likely to be more responsive to impulse items when she's got a shopping cart. So think about your item. Does it make sense for grocery stores hanging in their clip strip areas, in stores like Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Walmart, where they have big, large carts? 60% show that they are eco-friendly conscious, and that they do prefer to use reusable bags, and that 44% said that they preferred paper bags with handles, and plastic bags were the least favorite among moms. So why buy in the store versus online? If it's so convenient to purchase products from your computer, why are moms shopping in stores? This was really important information. 80% said that they need something immediately. They just had a need, they went out and they got it. 75% said that they go to the store because they want to see, touch, and feel items. And they want to just look at it and see what the quality is. 61% said that they were looking for in-store sales or offers, and 68% said that they just love to shop. And in the red box here, I thought this was really interesting that 57% want to get out of the house. They just want to do something fun. So, one thing I wanted to know is if the kids begging their parents today, with moms today, does begging work in terms of influencing mom's purchasing decisions? And apparently not. Moms today purchase what she thinks that the kids will like, not what they ask for. So that is fascinating. And also, it's important for all of you mom entrepreneurs out there to note that over 50% said that moms are interested in products created by other moms. So that is fantastic. So as you move forward, know that other moms are receptive because they feel like that you understand where they're coming from with your products, because as mothers you are developing these to solve common everyday problems and to make their lives easier. And so I'm hoping that this information will serve you very well as you're moving forward with your product ideas and as you're thinking about how to really create products that will appeal to moms today. So to learn more about this study and for other information, I'd love for you to join me at tamaramonosoff.com. It's a new training site, and you can sign up for free and be the first to hear about new training programs. Thank you very much for joining me.